Hi there, it's Claire here, and welcome to Insomnia the Gaming Festival. This is a series called Insomnia Meets, where we're speaking to some lovely creators who are going to be talking about their creative journey, the community, and what they love best about insomnia. And in this episode, I'm very happy to welcome the lovely Mav. Mav, first of all, I wanted you to introduce yourself as a streamer, as a content creator. What is it you do exactly? Please tell the good folks at Insomnia.
Of course. So I'm a streamer on Twitch. I upload videos to YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Flappy Chat, whatever whatever other platform comes up at any point. There's a lot going on, but yeah, basically just finding new games, creating new games. And on Twitch, I've very much leaned into just listening to jazz and doing just chat and streams. I'm not going to lie, I found a lot of enjoyment out of that.
The path of least resistance. That's what
Yes,
I like. I
exactly.
like that. I like that. In terms of becoming a streamer, how did you get into streaming exactly? Did that come first, or was it just basic content creation? Like, what was the vibe?
Definitely streaming first. I remember streaming back in like 2014, and I streamed this game called Dota 2, and was gonna do live tips and tricks. And I went live, and then I realized that I knew nothing about the game, and my chat was telling me what to do. And then I kind of did a little bit of streaming on Dota, and then I kind of gave up a little bit because I was at university, and then I left. So I thought I could help the masses, but then I realized that I knew nothing in the grand scheme of things. And then kind of took a long break, and then started streaming a lot more, and then been trying to focus now on like YouTube and kind of long form content like that. But yeah, streaming came first, I think, but been gaming since I was very little.
So when you were wee, let's talk about when you were a little boy and you started gaming. Did you make
Yeah.
friends through games, or was it like a solo endeavor for you?
I did. I think I had the group at school for me. So I was around, like I was a kid when like PlayStation 1 was coming out and PlayStation 2. And I really wanted an Xbox. 'Cause all of my friends that I met online and at school had an Xbox, but my parents thought it was a bit too gory. There's some gory games on there, and I had to make a presentation on PowerPoint to show why I wanted an Xbox 360, and then I got an Xbox 360, and then I kind of went down that route. But I met a lot of people at school who I gamed with. My best mate at school, we just played games every night, all night. We did like competitive and stuff like that. So that was really nice. And then it's funny because now all the people that I game with are all I've met online. So it's quite nice, really.
So let's talk about this PowerPoint presentation that you had to make for a second.
Yeah.
So your parents weren't sure, and you made this presentation to
Yeah.
get an Xbox. What were the arguments that you made on your PowerPoint
Well,
presentation?
it was very social. I was like, look, my friends have them. I want a game. It's not going to distract me from my schoolwork, which it did. They were right. It was when like Far Cry 2 came out, and I don't know if you remember, but it was a very gory game. Like you were like pushing like bullets and stuff right out of after being shot. And to me, like that was the argument against. I was like, look, I'm not going to be doing this in real life. I just want to play the game.
Yeah.
And it was like when GTA 4 was coming out, and it was obviously like there was a lot of like it's obviously a lot easier now, and it's a lot more traditional. But yeah, I was like, please let me have this. It was like 6 slides, and I remember Far Cry 2 being like the one where I was like, look, I get what you guys are saying, but this isn't the main part.
Look, parents, I get it, but I am not going to be that character. It's just
Yeah,
a game. Wow.
Yeah, it's just a game. Yeah,
Just a game.
Essentially, I'm not going to be living in the desert in the Far Cry universe.
Exactly. No, that would be a bad times. Bad times. Tell me,
Exactly.
tell me about when you first felt you were part of a community before your streaming days, because now you have your own community, your own set of folks. When did you really feel part of a community as a gamer?
Um, my friend and I used to do competitive Call of Duty on game battles, so like not like pro, like on game battles, and it was very like there was no money in it. There was no. It was just you play games, and then there's a leaderboard, and I felt in the community there. But I've always had a very like weird approach to like Call of Duty communities, because I feel like I feel like there's so many mini communities in that game where there's not like an overall big community. And I found the first sense of like community there. And if I was talking more of like a traditional like in-person community, my dad took me to MCM. I don't know how old I was, like 8 or 9 years old. And I remember like I wasn't in cosplay because to me I wasn't comfortable doing it, and I wasn't in cosplay. And I remember being out of place and being like, oh my, like I do not fit in here. But I was like, I want to, and I love all these people that just come together for gaming and movies and stuff like that. So that was the kind of sense of community in more of like an in-person as well as the kind of gaming side.
And in your adulthood, you know, I mean, I think there's the misconception that it's harder to make friends as an adult,
Yeah.
but through my own streaming community, I've made lots of lovely friends. Would you say that's the same for you? You've continued to make new connections?
100%. Like I think for me personally, like if you've ever met me, I can talk for hours to anyone for hours. Like it's a very good and very bad trait to have. But I think online, it's so easy to make friends. I've got friends all over the world now, and we had like a little like MavCon, everyone was dubbing it, back in March, and we had people from America, people from Sweden, people from like the Middle East. Like we had a huge amount of people, and I would never have met them if it wasn't for streaming. I have friends in real life, like where I work, in like the market I work at, and I've got friends outside that have no social media, which is very lovely when I go out with them because they're just so detached from it all. It's great. But no, I think a lot of the people that I talk to now are all people that I've met online, like a lot, you know, over the course of like months and months. So yeah, I completely agree that it's very easy to because you're there for like one reason, right? You're there for video games, you're there for this game, you're there for you know this series, and it's really easy. And then you start realizing that everyone's very similar. So, like if you like FPS games, and you can talk about all these different games. If you like cozy games, I mean, yeah, there's so many. So it's really nice. And I think, yeah, it's very easy to make friends online. If you're going in with the good intentions, the right intentions, it's really, really nice and easy.
But now you have your own community, you know, and there is a great responsibility, I think, when you are the head of that community. How does it feel to have your community that reflect your values and your ideals?
I'm really lucky. I always say that I've got like one of the best communities that I've seen in like my circles, because everyone is like just generally so lovely, and like we hang out at conventions, like we meet up for like coffees or drinks. Just got back last night. Was out for my friend Sam's birthday, and we're all just there, and like we're all community like leaders, I guess you would say, if you're putting like a kind of label on it. And everyone in that room, all of their audiences reflect who they are, and I think that it's a really important thing, that very clear with who you are as a person, so that people that support you, your community, can follow suit. But I feel like if you're a good person, you attract good things and you attract other good people. And it's really important to kind of make sure that you know what you're about, and you know, and I'm sure you can say the same as well. It's really good to have like a reflection, because that's what it is. It's the people you surround yourself with, other people that that you're going to be spending time with, and you need to make sure that that's okay for you as well as it is for them as well.
I love that. I really love that. And tell me, what, as a gamer, these days, right now, as we're speaking, what does it mean to be a gamer in these times, would you say? Because I think it's more than just sitting on your bum playing games. It means much more. So what would you say?
I think it's interesting, because the good thing about gaming is that there's something for everyone. So like my dad plays The Last of Us. My mum doesn't game. My nans don't, but my sister does. My cousins do. People that I meet at work who are the next generation, 2 generations, 3 generations up, all play games of some kind. I think it means a lot to some people. And I think one of the biggest things is the escape that it can provide. It doesn't matter if you're playing single player games or you're going round for round in WWE, if that's what's like floats your boat, because it's an escape for you. Like life sucks in certain aspects, and life's really beautiful in some. And sometimes you just need a bit of time just to sit down, you know, play a game for 3 hours, or for normal traditional media, watch a movie for 3 hours. If that's what, you know, you're not into gaming, there's always something you need as an escape. And I feel like gaming provides an escape for people that maybe don't want to go out drinking to have a good night, or go out to eat, or go to the park. They want to sit down, wind down, and play some games. I feel like that's a really important thing, is the ability to have that escape that you can just jump on.
I love that. And finally, why do you think Insomnia Gaming Festival is an important and integral part of the gaming community?
I actually met up with someone for a coffee and the other day, and I was basically just saying about how important Insomnia is. Like, to me, I say this now. I've been 4 times, but 3 times on the trot. And everything about Insomnia is lovely. You're talking the people that work there. A few years ago, I did a charity event with a 3-wheeled car. They gave us a free spot there because it was raising money for charity. They just said, "Hey, here's a free spot for you." Literally no questions asked. So the people are really lovely, but more importantly, it's people that are networking as friends, not so much, people are like, "Oh, I've got all day here. I don't need to like cram everything in." Like when you have like an event in the evening, or there's like a game launch event or whatever, you can cram, and everyone goes there for the same reason: to relax, walk around, check things out, and just meet people. And it's a really safe way to meet people in your community as well, because you can basically say like, "Hey, we're all going to be here." If you don't want to meet someone one-on-one, you're a little bit apprehensive. It's kind of reassuring for you to meet people in your community. But again, the most important thing is meeting other creators. All the people that I hang around with now, and I know, I would probably say a good 80% of those people all came from Insomnia. So I think it's really important to go. I always say do one day, do one evening, and then see if you like it, and then come back the next year. And the 10, 15 people I've told that to have all booked up for this September. So yeah, I'm really excited. I think it's very important.
Excellent. Mav, it's been wonderful talking to you. For those coming to Insomnia in September, if you see Mav on the show floor, please make sure you go say hello. And if you see me, come and say hello as well. We've got all of the links in the description below on YouTube, so make sure that you go follow and support, because that's really important. We're trying to build a community ourselves here at Insomnia, and that's very important to us. So thank you for watching Insomnia Gaming Festival. This has been I'm a Gamer. I have been Claire. This has been Mav, and we'll see you again soon.